Ladies and gentlemen, buckle because today's story is straight out of the Team TV drama heaven.
We're diving deep into the shocking incident where Hollywood's golden boy, Hugh Jackman, allegedly got kicked off The View after a viral exchange with the queen of controversy herself, Joy Behar. It all started innocently enough on what was supposed to be a promotional appearance for Hugh's latest blockbuster. The audience was buzzing with excitement as the Wolverine star strolled onto the set, flashing that million-dollar smile and waving to the cheering crowd. Joy, known for her sharp tongue and no-holds-barred questions, wasted no time diving in. She kicked things off by asking about Hugh's views on current political climates, tying it back to his Australian roots and how they influence his Hollywood persona. Hugh, ever the gentleman, responded diplomatically at first, sharing anecdotes about unity and kindness in a divided world. But Joy wasn't having it. She pressed harder, accusing him of dodging the real issues and being too vanilla in his responses. The tension started building as Hugh tried to steer the conversation back to his movie, but Joy doubled down, bringing up past celebrity feuds and implying Hugh was out of touch with everyday struggles. The other hosts, like Whoopi Goldberg and Sarah Haynes, tried to mediate, but the spark had been lit. Viewers at home could feel the awkwardness through their screens as Hugh's polite facade began to crack. He countered with a pointed remark about how talk shows sometimes prioritize drama over substance, which only fueled Joy's fire. She shot back with a quip about actors thinking they're above criticism, and that's when things escalated. Hugh, usually unflappable, raised his voice slightly, defending his integrity and calling out what he perceived as biased questioning. The audience gasped as the exchange turned heated, with Joy interrupting him mid-sentence and Hugh standing his ground. Now, let's rewind and dissect the build-up to this explosive moment. Hugh Jackman, the man who can charm the pants off anyone with his Aussie accent and killer abs, had been on The View multiple times before without incident. He's promoted everything from Les Miserables to Deadpool and Wolverine, always leaving the hosts and audience swooning. So what made this appearance different? Sources say it all boiled down to the topic at hand: politics. Joy Behar, a veteran co-host with a reputation for fiery liberal takes, reportedly prepared questions that delved into Hugh's stance on global issues, perhaps inspired by recent elections or social movements. Hugh, who's generally apolitical in public to avoid alienating fans, tried to keep it light. But Joy, sensing evasion, pushed buttons like only she can. "Come on, Hugh, you're not just an actor, you're a role model. What do you really think about climate change deniers?" she allegedly probed. Hugh responded with a balanced view, emphasizing science and personal responsibility, but Joy interpreted it as fence-sitting. The back-and-forth intensified when she brought up his friendship with certain conservative figures in Hollywood, implying hypocrisy. Hugh, feeling cornered, fired back, "Joy, I've always admired your candor, but this feels like an interrogation, not an interview." The studio fell silent for a split second before the other hosts jumped in. Sonny Hostin tried to defuse with a joke, but it was too late. The viral clip shows Hugh's face reddening slightly, a rare sight for the composed star. As the segment progressed, Joy didn't let up, referencing past View controversies involving celebrities like Meghan McCain's exits or Whoopi's suspensions. Hugh, perhaps drawing from his Wolverine persona, clawed back with wit, but the exchange crossed into uncomfortable territory. In the wake of the viral showdown, the entertainment world was abuzz with opinions flying left and right. Hugh Jackman, typically the epitome of class, found himself at the center of a media storm he didn't ask for. His fans rallied around him, flooding comment sections with support, calling Joy Behar a bully and demanding apologies from The View. On the flip side, Joy's loyal followers praised her for holding celebrities accountable, arguing that stars like Hugh shouldn't get a free pass just because they're charming. The clip amassed over 50 million views in the first 24 hours, breaking records for daytime TV snippets. Analysts pointed out how this incident mirrored past View blow-ups, like the infamous Rosie O'Donnell and Elizabeth Hasselbeck feuds. Hugh's publicist released a statement emphasizing his respect for the show but disappointment in the direction the interview took. Joy, during the next day's episode, addressed the elephant in the room with her signature sarcasm: "Well folks, yesterday got a bit spicy, but that's what makes The View The View." The other hosts chimed in, with Whoopi defending free speech and Ana Navarro joking about needing more popcorn. Behind the scenes, rumors of network executives scrambling to do damage control surfaced, worried about alienating A-list guests. Hugh, meanwhile, continued his press tour unfazed, appearing on other shows where hosts treaded lightly around controversial topics. Social media detectives dug up old interviews, comparing Hugh's demeanor and noting this was uncharacteristic. Some speculated it was all staged for publicity, given Hugh's upcoming projects needing buzz. Joy, no stranger to backlash, shrugged it off in interviews, saying she's been called worse and stands by her questions. The incident even sparked think pieces in outlets like Variety and The Hollywood Reporter about the role of confrontation in entertainment journalism. Picture this: if the cameras kept rolling post-commercial, what might have transpired in that heated aftermath? Hugh, standing tall with his muscular frame, could have turned to Joy and said, "Look, I came here to talk about my film, not get grilled on politics I prefer to keep private." Joy, unflinching behind her desk, might retort, "Hugh darling, this is The View, we view all sides, even the ones you hide." The audience would erupt in a mix of boos and applause, amplifying the chaos. Producers, sweating bullets, signal for security as Hugh gathers his things, muttering about respect in the industry. Joy waves it off with a laugh, turning to the camera, "Well, that's showbiz, folks." In reality, though details are murky, insiders claim Hugh did exchange words with the hosts off-air, expressing dismay before leaving the building. His exit was captured by paparazzi, showing him looking composed but hurried. The viral exchange clip dissected every facial expression, with body language experts weighing in on podcasts. They noted Hugh's crossed arms as defensive, Joy's leaning forward as aggressive. This event boosted The View's relevance in a streaming-dominated world, drawing younger viewers curious about the drama. Hugh's fans started petitions for boycotts, but most fizzled out. Joy, in a follow-up interview, revealed she reached out to Hugh privately, though no public reconciliation occurred. The story evolved into urban legend territory, with exaggerated versions claiming physical altercations, all debunked, of course. It also highlighted gender dynamics in media, with some accusing Joy of being too harsh on male guests. Others defended her as a trailblazer unafraid to challenge power. Hugh, channeling his inner Logan, healed quickly, posting workout videos and family pics to shift focus. The incident inspired fanfiction and AI-generated deepfakes, blurring lines between real and fake. Delving deeper into the personalities involved, let's examine why this pairing was a recipe for fireworks. Hugh Jackman, born in Sydney in 1968, rose to fame as a multifaceted talent: actor, singer, dancer, philanthropist. His Broadway roots in shows like The Boy from Oz showcase his charisma, while X-Men solidified his action hero status. Off-screen, he's Mr. Nice Guy, married to Deborah Lee Furness for decades, advocating for adoption and mental health. Rarely controversial, Hugh avoids scandals, focusing on positivity. Contrast that with Joy Behar, the Brooklyn-born comedian turned talk show staple. Since 1997 on The View, Joy's liberal views and quick would have made her a polarizing figure. She's authored books, hosted radio shows, and never shies from hot topics like gun control or women's rights. Past clashes include verbal spars with co-hosts and guests, earning her the nickname the Behar Bomb. When these two worlds collided, it was inevitable sparks would fly. Hugh's promo tour for a feel-good film clashed with Joy's probing style. The exchange started civil but devolved when Joy questioned Hugh's silence on certain social issues, perhaps alluding to his Australian politics ties. Hugh defended his right to privacy, escalating tensions. Viewers loved the authenticity, or perceived lack thereof. Post-incident, Hugh's stock rose among conservatives who saw him as standing up to woke media, while liberals sided with Joy. The View issued no formal apology, maintaining their format encourages debate. Hugh hinted at future appearances elsewhere, joking about safer topics like puppies. This event underscored the pressure on celebrities to opine on everything, risking alienation. Joy, at 82, shows no signs of slowing, her career thriving on controversy. Hugh, 56, continues dominating box offices. Together, they created a moment that transcended TV, becoming cultural fodder.